So this is part 3 of me trying to turn $0 into $10,000 by only using my phone. What is up YouTube, it's your boy Jay Rich back at another video. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. So for those of you who haven't seen the previous videos of this channel, I started with $0 and I started dropshipping on eBay, so I turned that $0 into a little over $500. Then I started dropshipping on Shopify and I turned that $544 into a little over $3,000. So for this video, part 3 of this challenge, I'm basically going to continue what I did in the previous video. I found a really good product and it's a really good time. It's Valentine's Day and I'm using a US supplier, so the shipping is super fast. So if you haven't watched part 1 and part 2 of this challenge, I highly recommend you guys do so that you're not completely lost and you know exactly what I did to get to this point. So the products that I'm dropshipping, the rose bears, customers are ordering it mainly for Valentine's Day, so I really have to maximize this product right now because after Valentine's Day, there's not going to be that much demand for it. So the good thing is that I'm using a US supplier, so the shipping time is 4 to 7 days, but Valentine's Day is around the corner. So with that being said, I have until this Thursday coming up to guarantee Valentine's Day delivery for all my customers in the US. So I only have 4 full days of advertising, but the good thing though, as I mentioned in my previous video, I usually only run influencer marketing campaigns during Monday through Thursday, so I'm ready. So during the previous video, I used a software to contact a bunch of influencers all at once, so I got some big influencers lined up for this week, so I'm super excited to see how that goes. So hopefully this will be the last video for this challenge and I'll get that $10,000 profit from only using my phone. So I'm gonna go straight into it. This video shouldn't be that long, but before I do realize that since I'm not doing anything completely new, it's only right that I add some sauce to this so that this video is a little bit more entertaining. So what I decided to do is to bet some of the money that I made on a sports game betting site using my phone so I can get that quick and easy bag. Now I'm a complete beginner to this. I never really done this before, so I thought it would be a cool idea. So obviously I'm not gonna risk a ton of money on this. I'm only gonna bet like $300, but I'm gonna do it to where if I bet $300, I could at least make $10,000. So if I win, this is gonna be fun. So I'm super excited to see not only what the results are gonna be like for the betting, but for the actual dropshipping business. So I wanna go straight into it. So without further ado, let's go. So for the site, I'm using this site called BetDSI. It took me a long time to figure out how to do everything, but for the most part, they have pretty much every single sport. I'm familiar with basketball, obviously, so I'm gonna go with basketball. I'm gonna choose college basketball specifically because there's a lot of upsets in college basketball, so there's a lot more money to be made. So I'm just gonna choose the teams with the biggest pluses, and that's Texas and North Carolina, and these are both really good basketball programs, so there's a good chance that this might happen. So I learned that you can make the most amount of money by risking the least amount of money with a parlay bet. So a parlay bet basically means that I'm betting that both these teams are gonna win. So I'm gonna bet $250 on this, and as you can see, by me betting $250, I could literally win $10,386. So this is about to be a real good come up, so I'm about to place this bet and hopefully North Carolina and Texas win so I could get that bag. So as you can see, if North Carolina and Texas wins, I literally turn $250 into $10,386.68. So I put $300 in, and after their fees and a $250 bet, I'm left with $29. So as you can see, they do have an affiliate program, but I'm not going to promote this. I honestly do not recommend betting to anyone. It's extremely risky, and I'm only doing this for the sake of this video, and I'm only betting the money that I don't care about losing. So with that being said, I have $29 left, so I'm about to try to come up on this $29. So I'm going to bet on basketball again, this time the NBA. The NBA is a little bit different. It's not as profitable as college basketball because in the NBA there's so many games that every night any team could lose. So I'm going to choose the teams with the biggest pluses and the teams that I think could win, and that's going to be the Detroit Pistons and the San Antonio Spurs. So this is going to be another parlay bet again, so both these teams have to win, and as you can see, I have $29 left, so I'm about to risk it all, y'all, and bet all that $29. And as you can see, by me betting $29, I could literally win $584. So I'm about to place this bet because trading $29 for $584 is another really good come up. So as you can see, I literally risked it all. I have $0 left in my account and I risked $300 to make $10,971.55. So the advertising strategy that I'm using is influencer marketing. So I want to briefly go over what I did in the previous video since it's pretty much the same process. So I showed you guys how I design and create ads for the influencers to use. I then showed you guys a quick and easy method to use to find a bunch of influencers that are related to your dropshipping product. I then taught you guys some strategies to use to negotiate with influencers so that you guys are risking the least amount of money as possible to make the most amount of money as possible. And lastly, I showed you guys how I use the software to mass contact a bunch of influencers all at once to not only save a lot of time, but to maximize the number of responses I got from the influencers. So for those of you that watched the previous video, you know that I got a good amount of traffic and some sales. So my first actions will usually be to use that Facebook pixel data to run retargeting and lookalike audience ads. But by doing that, I'm still going to have to test, and that's a huge problem because I literally only have 4 full days of advertising to guarantee Valentine's Day delivery. So I literally can't waste any days on testing, so I'm going to focus 100% on influencer marketing and keep investing pretty much all the money back into influencers. So lastly, I'm going to add just a quick change to the site to increase the sense of urgency from potential customers. So I'm just going to go to the theme editor and change the announcement at the top of the website page. Then I'm just going to change the announcement text from free 4 to 7 day delivery on all orders to today is the last day to order for guaranteed Valentine's Day delivery. So after that's done, this is how it looks on the website. It's a small and easy change, but this can increase the sense of urgency from potential buyers who visit your site. So now it's time to run the rest of my influencer marketing campaign, and I'll update you guys at the end of the week with the results. So it is now Friday night and the results are in, but I first want to go over the results for the bets that I made. So literally each of the 4 teams that I betted to win lost. So the big bag that I could have won was that Texas and North Carolina won, so I bet at $250 and I could have won over $10,000. So I'm super upset about it because I could understand a blowout, but literally Texas was beating Kansas in the first half. And in the other game, North Carolina was only down by 1 point in the first half. So I was literally only a few points from really coming up. And then the other bet for $29 was that the Pistons and the Spurs won, and both those teams lost as well. So in result, I betted $300 to make over $10,000 and I lost all my money. But the good news is that the Shopify results are good. I started the ads on Monday and ran them through Thursday, so 4 full days in total. And as you can see, we were able to do 378 orders for a little over $27,000. I'm still waiting on the supplier to update me on the 16 orders for tracking, but all of the orders should be delivered on or before Valentine's Day. So as you know, I focused 100% on influencer marketing and spent all the budget and kept reinvesting the profits back into influencers. And these were 2 of the most successful Instagram influencer ads. So of course the total sales wasn't all profit, so let's go over all the expenses and the profit. The total sales was $27,315.20. The Shopify payment processing fees was $905.54. For the influencers, I spent all of the budget that I made from the previous video and I reinvested some of the profits that I made earlier this week. I used a total of 18 influencers for $4,985. The product and shipping cost is by far the biggest expense, and since I was able to get a lot of orders, I was able to talk down a supplier to a lower price to $15 for the 8-inch bear and $24 for the 14-inch bear. So the total product and shipping cost from the supplier was $10,854. As I mentioned previously in the last video, since I'm only using my phone, I can't fulfill the orders through Overflow, so I have to pay a virtual assistant $189 to fulfill the orders. And since I already went over the Shopify plan, the website and domain costs in the previous video, and it's the same month, the only expense that I have left was the betting on sports, and I lost $300 in total on that. So that leaves a total profit of $10,081.66, and I officially finished this challenge of turning $0 to $10,000 with only using my phone.
Nigga, we made it. Hey, we made it.
So I was able to be successful and reach 10K because I maximized a really good product using influencer marketing during a really good time, which was Valentine's Day season. And I used a US supplier, so the shipping was really fast, so I can ensure that all the customers will get their order on or before Valentine's Day. So in dropshipping, you not only have to find the right product, but you also have to find the right product at the right time. If you do both of those things, you can make a lot of money. I know if I had a bigger budget than what I was working with, I could have made a lot more money than I did. And to give you guys a good idea of how much Americans spend on Valentine's Day each year, this year alone, over 181 million Americans are planning to buy a Valentine's Day gift. And Americans will spend over $19 billion in Valentine's Day gifts this year, with each gift averaging $110. So that's a lot of money to be made in e-commerce just on the Valentine's Day season. So it really helped a lot that I was able to dropship this product during this time, and it also helped that I was able to use US suppliers to offer fast shipping so that I can ensure that all the customers will get their orders before or on Valentine's Day. And lastly, since I talked about the coronavirus in the previous video, I also want to update you guys in this video. The virus is growing. It's not getting better, with over 630 people dead because of the virus and over 31,000 people affected. So if you're living in China or you're anywhere near the areas that are seriously infected, I pray for you and I hope that you stay safe. So from a business standpoint, dropshipping specifically, this is a good time for you to start leveraging US dropshipping suppliers exactly like I did for this challenge. And also, I do want to mention, since most people out there in the dropshipping world are scared and panicking right now because of the situation, most of these people are limiting themselves to only dropshipping from China. So honestly, from a positive perspective, this is a good time to get into dropshipping if you're using US suppliers, because there's less people out here doing this, there's less people out there running ads for the dropshipping businesses, and there's less people out there using influencers for advertising. So this time that we're in currently right now is a perfect example of the greatest investor of our time, Warren Buffett's principle, which is be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. So it's literally during these hectic times where you can maximize on the best opportunities if your mind is right and you're not thinking like most people. So make sure to like this video if you enjoyed this challenge and got some value from it. This is honestly pretty fun. I had a good time doing this. So let me know down in the comments if you want me to do something like this again. And before I go, you know I gotta leave all you future millionaires out there watching this with a quote. And that quote today is from the legend himself, Kobe Bryant, rest in peace. And that quote says, everything negative, whether it be pressure or challenges, are all the opportunity for you to rise. And until then, my friends, be great.